Right now, as you watch this, something extraordinary is happening inside you. Your heart has beaten over 100,000 times today without a single conscious thought from you. Your immune system has silently destroyed thousands of mutated cells that could have become cancer. And deep inside every cell of your body, molecules are reading an ancient code written before humans existed. You are not just a person watching a screen. You are a living cosmos. Here's something that should stop you cold. The atoms in your body, the carbon in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you're breathing right now, were forged inside dying stars billions of years before Earth existed. You are not made from the universe. You are the universe, rearranged, animated, made conscious. Every element heavier than hydrogen was created in stellar explosions called supernovae. When a massive star dies, it doesn't just disappear, it explodes, scattering its atoms across space. Those atoms drifted for millions of years. Some of them became you. Your iron? It came from a star that died before our sun was born. Your calcium? Forged in stellar fusion. Your body is a graveyard of dead stars, and somehow it became alive.
Now here's where it gets strange. Most people believe the brain controls everything, but your body has intelligence that operates completely outside your awareness. Your gut contains over 500 million neurons, more than your spinal cord. Scientists now call it the second brain. It produces 95% of your body's serotonin, the molecule most associated with happiness and calm. Not your brain, your gut. And your heart, it's not just a pump. The heart sends more signals to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. It has its own nervous system, about 40,000 neurons, capable of learning, remembering, and making decisions independently. When you have a gut feeling or feel something in your chest, that's not metaphor. That's a second and third intelligence running in parallel with your mind. Ancient traditions called this body wisdom. Modern neuroscience is just now catching up.
Inside every cell of your body sits a molecule called DNA. If you uncoiled all the DNA from all your cells and laid it end to end, it would stretch from Earth to Pluto and back twice. But here's the part that almost nobody talks about. Only about 2% of your DNA codes for proteins, the stuff scientists used to call the important part. The other 98% was dismissed for decades as junk DNA. They were wrong. That so-called junk contains regulatory sequences, ancient viral DNA that merged with our ancestors millions of years ago, and switches that turn genes on and off based on your experiences, your stress, your love, your trauma, your choices. This is called epigenetics, and it means your life experiences don't just change you, they can change the expression of your DNA. Some of those changes can even be inherited by your children. You are not just shaped by your genes, you are actively writing the next chapter of a code that's 3.8 billion years old.
We've talked about atoms, neurons, DNA, but there's one thing science still cannot explain. Why does any of this feel like something? Why do you experience the redness of red, the pain of heartbreak, the warmth of sunlight on your face? Philosophers call this the hard problem of consciousness, and despite everything we know about the brain, every neuron mapped, every synapse studied, nobody knows why physical processes create subjective experience. Some scientists believe consciousness might be a fundamental property of the universe, like gravity or electromagnetism, not something the brain produces, but something the brain receives. Others suggest that our reality is more like an interface, a simplified rendering that our nervous system creates, not reality itself, but a model of it, like a screen showing an app, while the real computation happens elsewhere. We don't know the answer, but the question itself is extraordinary. You are the universe trying to understand itself. So the next time you feel ordinary, stop. You are a temporary arrangement of stardust running a 3.8 billion-year-old code with 3 separate intelligences operating in parallel, experiencing a reality that no one fully understands. The ancient monks who sat in silence weren't escaping the world. They were trying to hear what the universe sounds like from the inside. Maybe that's worth listening to.